it's practically balmy out there now today. Happy Monday, February 15th. I forget what Christy told me. It might be the Ides of February, but I could be wrong. Good morning. It's Barbara. Happy Monday. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone had a lovely Valentine's Day or Mother's Day in Norway. It was Mother's Day in Norway. I saw some of Benta's last podcast, and she was talking about how May is not a good month for them to have Mother's Day because their Independence Day is May 17th. And it could, you know, conflict. So now sometimes it conflicts with Valentine's Day instead. So happy Mother's Day. I hope Benta had a wonderful Mother's Day. And any of you other Norwegians who had Mother's Day yesterday. Or I had a wonderful birthday. We had a really good time. Right? Did you have a good time? Were you a good girl when Aura was here? Yes, you were. The girls were outside checking out all the footprints in the yard. You know, you never know who came by in the middle of the night. Really nice. We had a Zoom family get together, and that was fun. It was fun to see the granddaughters, and Christy and Rich were there, and Don and Joanne, and Pat and Russ, and Vicky and David. Of course, Vicky's the one who hosted. And Dennis's nephew, Jason, Gary's son, Jason, was there. Gary wasn't there. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Oh, and Bonnie, cousin Bonnie was there. So it was very nice. She had a great time. She loved her scallops. I mean, she took every bite she took. She said, this is so good. Every single bite, I swear. No exaggeration. She loved it. Absolutely loved it. And so I told her that we could have that dish again for my birthday. So she would get it again in a month. My birthday's not for a month. I shouldn't be talking about my birthday. I got an email from Kathy saying, a little something's coming in the mail on Sunday. And I'm like, or coming on Sunday. I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. She said, it's an early birthday present. Maybe very early. I'm like, yeah, it's early, it's early. And it did come. Look what she got me. Watercolor paints, 36 watercolor paints. There are 3 trays like this in this box. I can make every single color in the world from these 36 colors. I betcha. I am not exaggerating. It is so sweet. And I appreciate the support of my painting. I mean, you know, I'm just dabbling. I'm just trying to figure it out, but you guys are all very nice. And Kathy sent me all these beautiful colors. That was so sweet. Thank you so much, my dear. OMG. I couldn't believe it. I feel I'm a little concerned. I will tell you. I'm a little concerned because it's like when I go into a yarn shop. Crazy as it sounds, I go into a yarn shop and I freeze. I'm like, it's too overwhelming for me sometimes. You know, unless I know exactly what I'm looking for, I often walk out without any yarn. Or I go there with, you know, like intention of buying yarn. Like when I go to the yarn shop in the Outer Banks, it's like, oh, I'm on vacation. I'm going to treat myself. And I get one skeiny yarn. You know, I'm like, which was a treat, but you know, I just don't even know where to look. I'm worried that having all these paints, it's going to be the same. Actually, I went to bed last night with a scheme in my mind about how I was going to deal with having all this so much paint. Anyway, thank you, Kathy. That was so sweet, and I wanted to show you on the box. These are all the colors. I mean, really gorgeous, amazing colors. But on the other side, it says how to paint with watercolors. Gathering supplies to paint with watercolor. Learn the basics of watercolor painting techniques. And practice main watercolor techniques. That's how you watercolor. I'm sorry, it made me really, really laugh. And then it says shake before use. For using better. They're tubes. Anyway. So sweet. Thank you so much. And a little bit of a funny story. So she had emailed me and said it was coming on Sunday. And then yesterday she said, oh, it's supposed to be delivered between 1:30 and 7:30. I'm like, okay. Well, I didn't actually see that email because I don't see my emails that often. But, you know, later when I saw it, I thought, oh. And so Dennis took his mom home at 9:30, got home at 9:45, something like that. And he said, no, I didn't see any package. There's nothing by the garage door. There's nothing down by the mailbox. Nothing tossed on the side of the driveway. And the mailbox is empty. I said, oh, well, you know, sometimes things don't get delivered when they say, Pearl, please. No. When they say they're going to be Pearl. Sometimes they don't get delivered when they say. Sometimes they get delivered to the neighbor. So I'm like, so I emailed her. I said, I didn't get come, but it might come tomorrow. You know, because that happens at our house. For some reason, GPS like kicks out for our address, kicks out about 400 yards up the road, and apparently people can't read mailboxes anymore to find out what your address is. We're a mailbox on the road. Now, granted, there are 4 houses on our driveway, but when you're looking at the driveway, we're the rightmost house, and the first mailbox is our mailbox. It seems so obvious. We're going to have to put a sign in. But anyway, so it's often that we don't. We have delivery mix-ups pretty regularly, especially from Amazon. So I emailed her and said, you know, probably tomorrow. So later that evening, like 11:30, 11:15, Dennis is walking past the front door and he sees that there's a package on our front porch. Now, it never occurred to me that there would be a package on our front porch because we did not shovel our front walk. We have a colonial style house, and you come up the driveway and then you have to walk the sidewalk all across the front of the house to get to the front porch. Well, nobody delivers our packages like that in the snow. And so we didn't even shovel the walk. You can't get to my front door easily, but somebody did. So I felt really bad that, first of all, that they went to the front door. Because people just toss it in front of the garage door or between the 2 garages. We do appreciate it when they don't toss it in front of the garage door because we have backed over packages before. So anyway, so Dennis says, oh. And then he comes in and he says, oh, well, you have a package on the front porch, but I'm not getting it. I'm like, why? He said, because you got birds living in that wreath on your door, and they're flying all around the porch. Apparently went to open the door, and there are birds living in the wreath. And so they're flying around. Pearl, I don't know, something's going on across the street. So they're checking it out outside, but then apparently that's not sufficient. So they have to come and check it out through the front door windows. So anyway, so I went and I opened the door and I shook it a little bit, and the birds flew kind of up in the corner of the porch. And I shook it again, and there were 2 birds sleeping in our. So I shook the door a little bit. I mean, I didn't hurt them. They flew away. I grabbed the package and shut the door and turned the light off. So hopefully they came back and they settled in and had a nice warm cuddle in the wreath. But this isn't the first time that's happened. Used to be our routine with our dogs back in the olden days when we had Melly and Dasha would be that when it was time for them to go to bed, Dennis would just throw his jacket on and walk out the front door with them, and they'd go in the front yard and go do their final business in the front yard, and then, you know. And One day, Dennis went to do that, and a bird flew in the house. And we're like, wow, that's crazy, you know? And so after much shenanigans, we got the bird out. And don't you know what happened the next day? It turns out the bird had literally built a nest in the wreath that I had on the front door. That wasn't going to work out because we used the front door a lot at that time. So I took that wreath down. But this wreath I will leave up for a while. I mean, it's cold and we don't use the front door that much. And it's only a problem at night. Pearl, knock it off. That's enough. You know, because the birds are flying around eating and looking for stuff during the day. So we'll just leave it there and try not to disturb them at night anymore. Nobody else is going to walk up to our porch and put a package. Everybody. I mean, half the time they don't even come up the driveway. They just toss it in the snow in the bottom of the driveway. So anyway, that was very nice of them. And so I did get my package delivered yesterday with my watercolor paints. So I will be painting today. I will not promise you that I will show you what I've painted, though. I don't make that promise. But I might. I might, but I will paint. I did get a little work done on my sweater yesterday. I didn't quite finish the sleeve, but it's very close to binding off the sleeve. I'm in the ribbing. And then think I'm going to pick up the neck stitches and do the collar next before I go and finish the bottom. And then I know exactly how much yarn I need and have. And I'm very close to finishing my sweater. And it's so squishy. I'm very excited. Christy and I did not have our Zoom craft Sunday night meeting after all yesterday because of all the other stuff that was going on. So I did not work on my bookshelf. I have to do that this week or I'm going to be way behind. We did listen to Trio 2. Interesting because Kim said, oh, there's another one of these, but I think this is the second one. Anyway, it was a beautiful album. We listened to some other Dolly Partons. Of course, we saw her singing Jolene live. Jolene is one of my favorite. Look at that face. Oh, well, all these faces are adorable, but... And, Laura cried. What was it, the last song? We're gone. When we're gone, long gone. She cried at the end of that one. But we had a very, very nice visit. We have arranged our next musical day will be on Friday. Saturday is Kim's birthday. Hey, pup, did you want to say hi? You're not barking, are you? No, you're not. You're not barking now. Saturday is Kim's birthday, the 20th, but she may be having other plans, apparently, so she didn't want to commit to Saturday, which worked for me because I have a Zoom knitting group meeting on Saturday with you all who can and want to come on Saturday, the 20th. There's a thread on the Ravelry group with a link to the Zoom meeting, and so we're Zooming on Saturday. So we will have our musical evening on Friday for Kim's birthday, and Dennis will make her crab imperial for her dinner. And we will listen to Tosca, another of her favorite operas. I think she likes Puccini. I only know that's Puccini because she said it last night. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. But that will be fun, and I'm looking forward to that. Right, puppy? We like it when we have company. Yes, the girls were very good. Dennis made a fire and made a delicious dinner. We had a good time. So, and Aura brought in her 91st year. Thank you for all the good wishes for her. And she's going to take it easy today. Kim went home last night, so Dennis took Aura home, and so she's by herself with her cat today. She liked her cross stitch, but I'm going to go over this week when it's not icy and get her started and help her. She hasn't done cross stitch in a long time, although I'm not sure she's ever done cross stitch. Might have been embroidery, what she did before, so. But I hope this works out for her because I think she'll enjoy it. No pressure. No pressure. So I don't know that I will be doing any stitching today, but I might, because I still want to work on my dragon. And I have a bookshelf, and I have watercolors to do, and my sweater's this close to being finished, so I have a lot on the go, and I will not be doing anything but crafting today. Because the house looks pretty good, right? The house looks pretty good. I will be walking my dog. Yes, I will. I will walk my dog. And my other dog, too. I'll walk them both. Maisie and I are a team, usually. Unless somebody's coming, then Dennis has to take her because she gets too rowdy and she pulls me over. Right? And if you get too rowdy in the snow, Dennis takes you too, because I've been noticing my knee, which is making me very unhappy. But I'm walking on uneven snow, pulling, with a 100-pound dog. Right? With a 100-pound dog. That's you. Did you know that? Did you know you're the 100-pound dog? Anyway, we had a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to another lovely day. It's probably going to get some weather later today. I don't know if it's tonight, overnight. We're having our ice storm tomorrow morning. And so I'm having my coffee black because we're running low on cream. And nobody wants to go to the store on the day before a big weather event. Nobody in this household, anyway. It's all right. I don't need cream. So I am going to go and craft. Today's the day for Ode to Joy crafting. But I think I will be listening to the ladies again since Kim left it for me to listen to. And doing my watercolors and knitting and stitching. That's the plan for today. So I hope you are all well. I hope you have a very good week. Happy Monday. Take care of yourselves and be careful. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay sane.